Hey everyone, welcome back to Step Forward's A Book a Week series. Today, I'm bringing you an incredibly useful book. This book will point out 4 common misconceptions about money. There's a saying that goes, "Your views on money will determine your destiny, whether you're rich or poor." So, what are your views on money? Are they right? The psychology book about money, titled The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, gives us a perspective that goes against many common beliefs about money. It helps us avoid mistaken thoughts about money and significantly improves our ability to invest and manage our personal finances. I hope the content of this book, which I want to convey through today's video, can help you on your path to financial management and growth. Right at the beginning of the book, the author introduces a story about an American philanthropist named Ronald Read. He lived in a suburban area and lived a simple life to the age of 92. Everything seemed pretty normal until people found out his net worth was $8 million, which is about a lot of money. Before he passed away, he had prepared a will and used most of his fortune for charity. Everyone was incredibly curious about how he amassed such a large fortune, or if there was a dark secret behind it. But after an investigation, there was no secret at all. He didn't win the lottery, he didn't do anything illegal, and he didn't inherit any assets. The only thing he did was continuously save the money he earned and invested for the long term. Then there's another guy named Richard Fuld, an MBA graduate from Harvard. After graduating, he became a senior executive and was very successful in the finance industry. He was able to retire early at just 40. But a few years into his retirement, he borrowed a huge amount of money from the bank to rebuild his mansion. The mansion was expanded with many modern amenities and luxurious furniture, more bathrooms, and even 2 large swimming pools. This mansion was also his party and entertainment venue. The monthly maintenance alone was $90,000. On top of that, he lived a very lavish lifestyle, often spending a lot of money on parties and entertainment. But not long after, in 2008, the financial crisis hit. A large portion of his assets vanished in an instant. Combined with the large debt from the bank and his illiquid assets, he immediately went bankrupt. Through these 2 stories, we can see that saving money and accumulating assets are what keep money working for you. But no matter how much wealth you make, if you're just chasing a materialistic lifestyle, it will probably never be enough, and you'll never find a stopping point. All right, now, I'd like to share with you 4 concepts from the book that we should know as soon as possible. Mistake number 1. We are never satisfied with the wealth we have. There's a story in the book about Jesse Livermore, an incredibly successful stock trader in the 1920s. He quickly became one of the richest men in America. This made him more and more confident, and he wanted even more success. So he borrowed a huge amount of money to invest in the stock market. But due to a misjudgment and miscalculation, he lost all of his money in an instant. He fell into heavy debt and eventually went bankrupt. At the same time, his marriage also had a lot of problems. His wife left him. These 2 crises hitting at the same time led him to end his life in his own home. The desire for money and material things is endless. When we get something, we always want more. Our greed is bottomless. This is human nature. On one hand, it's also a part of what motivates us to grow financially. But if we use this nature to manage and make money, it will lead to irrational behaviors and unfortunate outcomes. Besides that, social comparison is also a catalyst that makes many people never feel satisfied. There will always be someone richer than you, who makes more money than you, has a bigger house than you, a nicer car than you. But the truth is, when you finally get these material things, you'll find they don't mean much and don't make you happy. In this life, we spend a lot of time striving for a higher income and a better quality of life. But we have to know at some point, we have to know what's enough. Knowing when you have enough is a phrase everyone has heard a lot, but actually applying it in life is not something everyone can do. So what should we do? Remember these 4 things. First, compare less. Stop comparing yourself to others, what you have, to what others possess. Second, stop chasing trends. Third, don't care too much about what other people think of you. And finally, appreciate what you already have. With these 4 things, we'll find that we can easily find happiness.
Mistake number 2. You don't need to spend money to gain others' respect. The author presents a psychological phenomenon. When you're on the road and you see a very beautiful, very expensive car. At that moment, if you take a close look at your inner thoughts, you'll find that most of us don't think about the driver being rich and successful. Instead, we think, if one day I had a car like this, everyone would think I'm a very successful person. There's something you have to pay attention to here. People often want to use external material things to prove their success. But in reality, other people often don't pay attention to the owner of those things. They only notice the material object itself. So trying to gain others' respect through material possessions is a completely flawed idea. Often when you want a beautiful house, a fancy car, or an expensive item, the real thought in your mind is that you want them to get respect and admiration from others. If you have these desires and thoughts, stop and ask yourself, what is my real thought? We will never get others' respect through external material things. If you want to get others' respect, it's better to learn to be humble and empathetic with those around you. Third, real wealth is what we don't see. In America, many people are like this, and most people tend to judge others' financial success by what they can see with their own eyes: mansions, luxury cars, extravagant images on social media. But these things do not represent a person's wealth. Having money is different from having wealth. Having money refers to your monthly income, while having wealth refers to the amount of money and assets you actually keep. This is a blind spot that easily leads to misconceptions. We don't see other people's assets, so we automatically judge their financial success by their external material possessions. But people are very good at imitation. The excessive spending habits of others will subtly become something you want to emulate, and you gradually think that successful people should own things like that. You must know that in this world, the truly wealthy people are often those who live very simply. And some people who look flashy on the outside may be on the verge of bankruptcy. So if your goal is to strive to be like the people you see, living a rich and luxurious life with a flashy exterior, you should stop and reflect immediately. The author has a great line. Most people want to have $1 million, but what they really mean is they want to spend $1 million. And there's a simple philosophy about money we need to understand. Spending money to show you have a lot of money is the fastest way to run out of money. Be rational in managing and using your own money. Fourth, wealth brings us freedom. Hedonists often say you can't take money with you when you die, so saving money is meaningless. The author of this book advises us to adopt a different mindset to look at this issue. Besides material things, freedom is what gives us the greatest return. This means freedom gives us the ability to control our own lives and time. A study from the University of Michigan proves that the more choices people have, the easier it is for them to be happy. When you have the choice to arrange your time with the people you like, to do the work you want, it brings more happiness than buying a big house or climbing to a high position in a company. Accumulating money is a gradual process, saving up to a level that helps you become more autonomous and independent in your finances. Change your mindset a little bit. The money you haven't used doesn't mean it's meaningless. It gives you more choices in life and more flexibility with your time. The more money you accumulate, the more choices you will have. Use your money to buy time and choices in your own life, because very few luxury items can bring a truly happy and free life.
The main reason, the author points out, is that many of us just want to spend money to buy more expensive things. But that also means we have to give up the right to control our time. For example, a person who buys an item on installment that is beyond their means that during the payment period, they will be tied to a certain job. They are forced to earn money to be able to pay for the item. So this person, until the bank loan is paid off, will not have the time to choose and experience a different life. Finally, the author shares that after many years, his income has increased a lot, but his lifestyle hasn't changed. The author and his wife and children have a very ordinary house, a normal car, simple t-shirts, and very delicious home-cooked meals. Most of the joy in their life comes from walking, reading, and listening to podcasts. These pleasures don't cost a lot of money. This lifestyle may not be for everyone, but we should find a way of life where, besides material things, we can still find satisfaction in our souls. As it says in this book, real success is withdrawing from the endless competition, adjusting one's own life, and having a peaceful soul is enough. All right, that's what I wanted to share with you. I hope today's video will give you some insights into your concept of money. If you found this video helpful, please give me a like and share it with those who need it. This is the biggest support for me. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to watch the A Book a Week video series from Step Forward. Thank you sincerely, and I'll see you in the next videos.